You know that there are lyrics to that song?
Are there lyrics?
Yeah. It goes, "We are dinosaurs. We are dinosaurs."
Hey everybody, welcome to the pre-show part of Cosmos with Cosmos. Um, we got the whole team together.
For now.
For now,
Oh, what
because
are we doing in
we're
2 weeks?
delaying an episode in 2 weeks because
Yeah.
half of us, well, two-thirds of
Two
us,
thirds.
two-thirds of us will be on assignment, and that two-thirds is not me. So, yeah. So, I guess 3 weeks? We'll do our next episode in three
And then
weeks.
on the Sunday after that, I'll be driving back from Phoenix. So
So why don't we say in 4 weeks?
4 weeks? Four
mini hiatus.
weeks? Mini hiatus. Mini hiatus. You know what? Life happens and life happens. Anyway, Katie.
That was my best Queen hello.
Oh,
Hello.
hello. I like it. I like it. Oh God.
Oh, I should probably look at the notes.
The audio stream's current bit rate is lower than the recommended bit rate.
Oh, Liz didn't do
Audio
notes.
stream bit rate of 128. I already have that.
Liz is just gonna wing it.
I
So
made notes.
she figures it's like just like a planetarium show, you know?
Yeah,
Let's see. Audio
I get that.
bit rate. The audio. Okay. Okay.
Alright, let's see. What's in the notes?
Okay. I don't
We,
know what.
we got a bunch of stuff in the notes.
Anyway, you know what? The stream will either
news.
work or it won't work. It's been raining all
Okay.
day, so who knows if our internet, stays on. I'm sure there will be some.
Which is
I'm sure it'll mess up somewhere.
ridiculous. Because it's just ridiculous.
Oh, several of the podcasts that Jack listens to are also doing a mini hiatus.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
So we're in good company.
We're in good
We're in
company.
good company.
There are so many notes.
It's a high in the sky. So, I like to pick like a billion news articles to go through.
Yeah, so there's that.
Yeah. Anyway, let's get this party started. Brandon, give me a count in.
And in 4, 3.
Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of Cosmos with Cosmos. I'm Liz,
I'm Mike.
And I'm Brandon.
and you're here for another edition of High in the Sky, this episode for March 2025, even though apparently the social media post image made it look like it was March 25th was the thing, but I was just abbreviating 2025. So March 2025, we will be discussing what's up in the night sky for March, along with the
Cool.
latest astronomy news. But before we get into it, the main premise of the show is, what are you drinking, Brandon?
Hi, thank you for inviting me on the show. Today, I am drinking a pale spring still clinging to winter's chill.
Hey, you know what I'm also drinking? A
What's
pale
that?
spring still clinging to winter's chill.
Wow. Mike, what are you drinking?
Same thing. Cheers.
Hey! Brandon made this drink last night and shared it with us, and we were like, oh my god, yes. Except we made a little bit of a change to ours. So, Brandon, tell everybody what's in your pale spring drink.
Of course, so what I have here are 4 cucumber slices, along with 4 blackberry berries that have been muddled together with vodka and tonic water, and then garnished again with a slice of cucumber.
And for us, instead of tonic water, we used ginger beer.
Oh, that is a nice little one.
Yeah, so it's nice. It's a very
And lime juice.
refreshing. Oh, you put lime juice in it too?
Yeah, because it's Moscow Mule.
Oh, okay. So you made it you went with the whole. So, it's good.
Except on this one, because I did make them the previous nights, I ran out of tonic water, so there's not much more than just the
Vodka.
vodka. So,
So it's
might be a little rough in here.
blackberry cucumber vodka, which
Well,
I won't knock it.
I had the pregame.
Yeah, he had to test the drink, so,
So
Mike's
I
already.
tested the drink.
It could be a wild ride, everybody.
me.
Especially with the shots that we will be recording after this episode off.
Yeah.
Off.
I actually have homemade nachos ready to go because I know I'm going to be peckish after that.
Nice,
I want
nice.
nachos.
Nope, can't go get any.
Well, You'll be able to drive.
Nope, probably not. But we have
Jack can
Ritz
drive.
crackers. We have some Ritz. Yeah, feeling ritzy. Jack is drinking a strawberry and blackberry malt. Ooh, that sounds real nice. I like that. I don't
always
know
has the
why
best
I'm doing
stuff.
Southern. I know he does. If you like space or you think
Yeah, I
we're
do.
fun, follow us on all the things at Cosmos with Cosmos, pretty much everywhere. We are still on Twitter which is at Drinking Cosmos, but we might delete that soon. I don't know. Who gives a shit about Twitter? Fuck Twitter. Also, check out some friends of ours that do some cool shit, like Katie Davison, Wildixia, Wildixia on Etsy. She's an amazing artist. Yeah, she is. She's the best. So check out her work. Also, the real Mr. Proctor on YouTube, who does a lot of, he does some Blender tutorials, which are not using blenders to mix stuff, but the Blender program, that's a modeling software program. He also does some really cool shit with like Kids Peak and the observatories down there, and he's just all around great fun guy. And of course, rollingbluffsplanetarium.com if you're in the Council Bluffs, Iowa area. Jack, not the dog Jack, the human Jack, who makes great drinks. Check out his planetarium there and support him if you are in the area. So
It's funny how we have to distinguish that.
Jack the dog and Jack
Human
the
Jack.
Jack's all around. Also, every other Wednesday, check out our, shots of astronomy down your gullet called The Shot. I think we just had new one come out. Or it's about to come out. No, I think it's about to come, I don't know. Anyway, check it out.
Talk to our producer.
Look at the thing.
All I know
on
is we're recording it later.
Well, yeah, some new ones that'll be after the latest batch that are coming out. And while you're watching us, watching the live show, watching this version of the podcast, well, no, if you're listening to it too, just kidding. I don't know what I'm talking about. We got some rules. We got a little fun game. If you hear any dogs barking, take a drink. And if we get extra nerdy and make any Star Wars or Lord of the Ring references, take a drink. Shirts don't count, so.
Everybody listening, Liz
I just showed my
shirt.
shirt and it says "I am no man" on it.
I love that.
Yeah. Anyway, all right. Let's get high in the sky. You guys ready to get high in the sky?
Let's do it.
Yeah, man, let's do it.
Ironically, not.
That was my high voice.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Hey guys, you want to get high?
Want to go high?
Want to get high? Or the Keanu. Hey, I'm Keanu, man.
Can you do the podcast in that voice, the Keanu voice, the entire time?
Right. Hey guys, so I don't even know. I went a little Matthew McConaughey a little bit there. All right, so typically for High in the Sky, we like to do a constellation highlight, but since March is the beginning of spring, I decided to go with an asterism known as the Spring Triangle.
So what's the difference between a constellation and asterism?
Well, an asterism is a shape that we make up that belongs to official constellation or multiple constellations. Yeah. And so the Spring Triangle is made up of 3 stars, Bootes. Arcturus in the constellation of Bootes, Spica in the constellation of Virgo, and Regulus in the constellation of Leo. However, if you prefer an equilateral triangle, then you can substitute Regulus with the star Denebula
Tail of
in
the
Leo.
line.
The tail of the line. So instead of the heart of the line, which is Regulus, you can do the tail of the line if you like your triangles to be equilateral.
Equal. I do like that.
You like that?
Makes-
Okay.
Yeah,
but
it
Denebula
it brings
is a
comfort to
Equal
me.
sides.
it's not as bright of a star as Regulus, so just
but
you
the
know.
sides are all equal.
Yeah. I know you would prefer an equilateral triangle. So
Yep.
anyway, so we're focusing on the Spring Triangle for our highlight, and you can actually find it using the Big Dipper, which is another asterism. It belongs to Ursa Major, the Big Bear. It's the body of the bear, basically. So the handle of the Big Dipper is the tail, and then the bowl of the Big Dipper is the body. So you can find the Spring Triangle. I was going to say winter. There's a winter triangle. There's a summer triangle. There's so many fucking triangles in the goddamn sky. But the spring one, you can
All
use
you need is 3 stars.
the-
There's a lot of 3 stars.
I know, it's
that are
true.
out there.
There's a lot of triangles all the way down. You can use the handle
You think
of the
Trump's
Big
gonna
Dipper.
try to like?
We're not going to
outlaw-
talk. We're not talking about he who shall not be named yet. We'll save that shit for the hangover. So you can follow the handle of the Big Dipper to a bright orangey star. It's be the brightest star you hit, basically, if you just draw an imaginary line from the handle. And that is Arcturus in Bootes. And then from Arcturus, you can spike on over to Spica in Virgo. And then to find Regulus, you can actually use the 2 stars on the inside of the bowl, and those point to the bright star Regulus.
You see, Brandon, I told you she did not need notes. This is just a planetarium show for her.
It is pretty much a lot. Except, I'd have like a laser pointer and more visuals. I know. Let's talk a little bit about Arcturus. I don't know why I called it Bootes in the notes, but I meant to say Arcturus.
Well, you have Arcturus right there. Oh,
no, my bullet point header was Bootes and not Arcturus. But Arcturus is 37 light years away, and it is about 6 to 8.5 billion years old. For reference, our sun is 4.5 billion years old. So it's a little bit older. It's a red giant, so it's off the main sequence of stars. It's heading towards the end of its life, you should say. You can say. It is 26 times larger than our sun, but only 1.1 times the mass of our sun.
Okay.
Yeah, that's because it's mostly fluffy now, because those outer layers have expanded out, so it's not
big hot clouds.
It's
big
not
hot clouds.
Yeah, big hot clouds, fluffy little star clouds,
fluffy little death clouds.
Now Arcturus, interesting. I don't know if I knew this before, or I just totally forgot, but it possibly formed outside of the Milky Way. It's not actually located in the plane of our galaxy, which would signal it formed with the rest of the stuff in the galaxy, but actually crosses the plane of our galaxy. So the star is the namesake of a group of 52 other stars named that's called the Arcturus Stream, and I
have a new band name.
Arcturus Stream, I like it, and they have the same proper motion, and so it's proposed. As you would expect. It's hypothesized that they are remnants of an ancient dwarf satellite galaxy that the Milky Way gobbled up, basically.
And what do they call that?
Galactic cannibalism.
Yes.
Hell yeah.
I love it. Okay, so
you like it so much because you watched all these horror movies?
Well, that's part of it. I mean, I like anything that's if it's like a galactic disembowelment.
Oh, that's cool.
Anything.
So taking out this black hole at the center, disemboweling it.
Yeah.
I was also disappointed. So in the notes, you have a word that I was excited for you to use, and you didn't use the word. You said that the galaxy was assimilated. And I was going to make a whole Borg reference. Did not come out.
I paraphrased myself. Okay, so our next star in the summer triangle. So we've got Arcturus, hot star, it's
cool.
It's
stars.
Cool.
It's neat.
It's cool.
It's neat.
It's neat. The next one's Spica in the constellation of Virgo. Virgo, large constellation, very dim stars. Unfortunately for this lady. It is 250 light years away, and it's a binary blue-white star. So you have Spica A and Spica B. Respectively, they're 7.4 and 3.6 times the radii of the sun. So a little bit bigger than sun. Spica A has 12,000 times the luminosity of our sun. So wear your sunglasses. And Spica B is about 1,500 times the luminosity. And they have an orbital period of about 4 days around each other. That's quick. So they're pretty close. They're only about 0.12 AU separation. AU stands for astronomical unit. 1 astronomical unit is 93 million miles, the distance between the Earth and the Sun.
So how many miles is that? It's 0.12, Liz.
I don't math it.
12 million, roughly.
Okay.
All right, so Mercury is 40 million miles from the Sun. Uh-huh. So this is 1/4 that distance.
So it's 1/4 the distance of Mercury to the Sun.
And
because they're so close, that means their gravity really affects each other, right? So they're actually eggs They're distorted into eggs. Egg-shaped.
How much do those eggs cost?
They're probably cheaper than fucking eggs on Earth, let me tell you. The next star, the third star in the summer triangle, if you're going for an isosceles triangle, I don't know, what are the different types of triangles?
Well, yeah.
I guess it would be isosceles because it's not equilateral.
Yeah, and right triangle.
Or right triangle. It's probably not a right triangle. It'd probably be more of isosceles.
Isosceles will have 2 equal sides of the 3.
I don't know. Maybe we should measure it. So Regulus.
Okay.
79 light years away. And it is a quadruple star system. It has 2 pairs of binaries. I know. Shit gets crazy out there in the universe. I swear. These stars. So you have Regulus A and Regulus D, because why go in alphabetical order? A and D. A is a bright blue star, and D is a white dwarf star. Although unconfirmed, actually. It's unconfirmed, but given its properties, it's most likely a white dwarf star. It's about
And that's why it's a D.
That's why it's a D.
They go in order of discovery, right?
Yeah, probably. Yeah. So Reg A is 3.8 solar masses, and D is 0.3 solar masses. And they have a 40-day orbital period, so they're about 0.35 AU apart from each other.
Almost the distance between the sun and Mercury.
Almost. Just a little bit closer.
We're getting there.
Yeah. Regulus A actually has, it's A-shaped due to its rotational speed. It has a rotation of 16 hours, and it rotates at 700,000 miles per hour. So it's just
fast.
And an interesting, neat fact that I found: if it rotated 10% faster, it would actually rip itself apart.
We need this to happen.
Right? Oh God, that's just be so cool. Anyway, Regulus B and C, they are an orange dwarf and a red dwarf, not visible with the naked eye. So when you look at Regulus, it's basically, Regulus is named after just all of them, because you can't distinguish them. And so they're like tiny stars. I forgot I have a picture.
But I think even with like a regular telescope,
there you go.
You can't split stars.
Oh. Well, you can with like a super telescope,
because
like
super telescopes.
Or some great observation. So this image shows Regulus A, and D, and then Regulus B and C hanging out. But just from our own eyes, from here on Earth, it just looks like.
I might be wrong.
It just looks like one
happy point of light.
One happy point. I like that. One happy point of light. I like it. Now, if you are a fan of the equilateral triangles, you can sub into Nebula. It is 36 light years away. It's a white main sequence star. The sun is a main sequence star as well. It is 2 times the size and mass of our sun, and it's a variable star. So that means its brightness fluctuates, and it changes at about 10 times per day. And its magnitude fluctuates. If you're all nerdy and know what magnitudes are, it fluctuates in magnitude around 0.025.
I mean, 10 times. That's fast. Boop. That's really fast.
So yeah, it's happening. It's happening. So those are the 3 stars that belong to the summer triangle. Now,
spring triangle.
Spring triangle. Whatever. God, I don't even know where I'm at. The spring triangle. Of course, there's more out there in the spring triangle. We got some deep space objects out there, such as M87. Now, M87 may sound a bit familiar to you, but we'll get to that. It is a supergiant elliptical galaxy.
Never heard of it.
Telescope visibility. It's 54 million light years away and 130,000 light years across. It has several trillion stars in it. And 15,000 globular clusters.
Oh,
like that's a lot. Just for reference, our Milky Way has 200 billion stars.
Yeah, and our Milky Way is 100,000 light years across.
Yes. So it's much smaller. Here is M87, and this shows a jet stream coming from the center of it. And everybody, what could possibly be in the center of this giant ass galaxy?
Is it a second smaller galaxy inside the big galaxy?
A supermassive black hole. And M87 is famous because it has its black hole was the first ever image of a black hole ever captured by the Event Horizon Telescope.
Looks like a little belly button.
I guess it does.
Donut.
I mean, I've never. All right, I've never just a disembodied belly button.
Yeah.
Floating through
Well, we
space.
disemboweled things earlier.
That's true. That's true. We're disemboweling and disembodying. Does that mean like that inside of a black hole there's lint? Just a little speck of lint. That's what happens.
Is that
Everything
an innie
just
or
turns
an outie?
I guess it would be an innie because nothing comes out.
But it's got jets. So
oh,
it's got jets. So
that's
how are we defining this black hole? Innie or outie?
What's all about it?
Wait, that's.
I think it's got to be an innie, right?
It's got.
I would think all black holes are innies, like you were saying.
Yeah, right.
But it's got an outie, a little bit too.
Somebody get Ness on the phone.
You know, it's like Jack says angry anus. Well, I guess it does look a little bit inflamed.
It's just like that Thor Ragnarok where
the devil's asshole.
Anus.
Yeah.
Devil's anus. So another deep space object in the Spring Triangle is M49. It is the brightest galaxy in the Virgo cluster. The Virgo cluster is a cluster of 1,500 galaxies. And it's the brightest one. It's a giant elliptical. So elliptical galaxy doesn't have the spiral arms like we see in the Milky Way galaxy.
Basketball,
they're
football
shaped bundle of stars. And other shit that's in there.
Three types of galaxy, elliptical, spiral.
And irregular.
I couldn't think of spiral for a second.
And irregular.
What is the one our Milky Way is?
Cool.
Barred spiral.
That's true, barred spiral.
Yeah, and then we'll split that up.
M49 is 157,000 light years across and has 200 billion stars. Now, also in the Spring Triangle are these twin galaxies, NGC 4567 and NGC 4568. Now, they're called the Siamese twin galaxies, but I don't know if that's okay to say anymore.
I'm gonna say no.
We're just gonna call them the twin galaxies.
You're gonna get us canceled.
I know. These are unbarred spiral galaxies that are in the process of colliding together. Here is an image of them.
Oh, so this is what it's like when worlds collide.
Exactly. And this is what if somebody's looking far away at our galaxy, then they're going to eventually see the Andromeda galaxy at our galaxy.
Oh, that's true.
That's true. Coming together like this. Come together. Anyway.
In a billion years.
It's 52 million light years away, and the cores of these galaxies are only separated by 20,000 light years.
Ooh, that's
so
nothing.
they're getting close. They're getting close together in there. Now, okay, so the Spring Triangle has like 10,000, a billion other things in it. Okay, so you can just Google it. You can Google all the cool stuff that's in this direction of space. Space has a lot of neat stuff. Now, typically, with the constellation we talked a little bit about mythology, but because we're just talking about kind of the stars that make up these, this asterism, so to speak, I'm just going to kind of say what the names are. So Arcturus is ancient Greek for guardian of the bear. Bootes, the constellation it is a part of, is known as the bear herder, because it herds the big and little bears around the northern part of the sky.
Which, is common in ancient Greece.
Common.
You had a lot of bear herders.
Got a lot of bear herders.
We have them here in Oak Ridge.
Yeah.
Just walking
we
around.
may one day become bear herders. You never know.
You never know.
Oh, that's fun.
I would like that job.
I would not.
I'll let you have it. Spica is Latin. Spica Virginis, because it's in the constellation of Virgo, which is depicted as a young maiden holding a stalk of grain.
Farmers only.
Or wheat. Yeah. Regulus is Latin for little king.
Oh, little king. They got a little Regulus right here in the element.
It's in the Lion King, the lion constellation, Leo the lion. It's the heart of the lion. And Denebula is Arabic, Deneb el Assad, which means tail of the lion.
Very nicely said.
Thank you.
Yeah.
There you go.
So we have a royal star, and then we have a tail of a lion.
We've got the royal one and the tail. Both parts of the line.
Hey, Liz, where are the planets?
Well, let's talk about the rest of the sky, because there's more than just constellations and cool shit you can find with telescopes in your eyeballs up there. There's also some planets.
Oh, yeah.
So the planets in March that will be up are Mercury, You need to have not a lot on your horizon. It sits pretty close to the sun, as we've said ad nauseum whenever we talk about Mercury. But March 8th will be its greatest elongation, so its greatest kind of distance from said sun in our perspective in the sky. So it'll, in the beginning of March, it'll be more visible, but by mid-March, it'll kind of be lost from view. Venus is setting 3 hours after sunset, so you got time to see it. By end of March, it becomes Lucifer, the morning star.
Hey.
There you go. That's the joke I
Nice.
threw in. Decided on. And on March 1st, actually, there will be a crescent moon, and to the upper right of that crescent moon, you'll find Venus.
Love
Hey,
it when it
Brandon,
happens.
Yeah.
We can look for that from the plane.
We'll do our best. Actually, we're traveling mostly during the day, so I don't think we'll have great.
Well,
Yes.
we have to. Anyway, we'll talk about it later.
Yeah. Okay. You
Okay.
guys. Yeah. Mars is visible all night. In March, and Jupes, it's there,
Droopy Droops.
and it's not square because
Okay.
it's spherical.
I guess you can say those planets are really marching across the sky this month.
Hey. There
Hey.
you go.
There it is.
Some celestial events coming up in March. We have, this isn't really like a celestial event. This is a dumb human one, but March 9th is daylight savings
For here
Already?
in America.
in America.
God damn it.
In
US.
America for most states, but not all states. But
And
most
I have
states.
lived in every place that doesn't change the clocks.
Really? What else doesn't change the clocks other than
Indiana,
Arizona?
parts of Indiana.
Oh, parts of Indiana.
Parts.
That's just
Of course,
fucked up.
Arizona
Yeah.
and Hawaii.
Oh, Hawaii doesn't do it either?
Nope.
God.
They make sense.
Yeah, I would prefer not to do it. March 9th through 12th, Mercury and Venus get a little close. 15 minutes after sunset. You can find them getting near each other. On March 12th, they will have only a 5.6 degree separation in the sky. So for those of you at home, that's
Close.
a fist. I can never remember what a fist is, and every time I'm told what it is, and I can never remver. Is it 10 degrees or 5 degrees?
Isn't it this?
Is it that?
You do
Is it a
like-
hang loose?
Well,
They hang
it's
loose
full,
in the
it's
sky?
the full hand thing. I don't know if that's 5 or 15.
Oh, a fist.
There you go.
Jack says it's a fist, so
We're really good at astronomy,
we're
guys.
great. We're great. We know what we're doing. So they'll basically be a fist apart in the sky. We'll save the jokes on that one. March 14th is the full moon, and not
Oh.
only is there a full moon, but there is a total lunar eclipse.
Ooh.
Oh, no.
Yeah, visible from North America.
Hey.
So we get to see it. Basically, in the media, in the news, you'll probably hear the term blood moon thrown around because in a lunar eclipse, the moon doesn't just like go black or anything. It depending on the quality of the atmosphere and the particulates in the atmosphere, the more red or brownish it might, reddish brown, it might turn. But it begins, it basically goes from, and I'm going to use Pacific Daylight Time, since we'll be after Daylight Savings Time, 8:57 p.m. Pacific Time to 3 a.m. Pacific Time. Totality will be at 11:26
Oh, perfect.
Pacific Time, so perfect.
And we'll
There
be
you go,
jet lagged,
Elizabeth.
so we can watch the whole thing.
Yeah, I know,
Hey.
right?
Well, it'll be visible from all of North America.
Well, I will have gotten back the day
Oh, you'll be
before.
back
Yeah,
already.
I
Okay,
get
yeah.
back 2 p.m. that day.
Okay, never mind. And this full moon, also called the worm moon, which is not appealing.
Is it like a tequila moon?
It's a tequila moon.
Oh, that's a
Hey,
fun
I like
one.
that tequila moon. The original thought was because this is when like earthworms come out, and birds like to eat it. But some research showed that in the 1760s, Captain Jonathan Carver basically wrote based on the now CwC, Dakota, and other Native American tribes that the worm moon refers to a beetle larvae which begins to emerge from the thawing of bark of trees and other hideouts that the larvae is
I
in.
say it's a tequila worm.
All right, we hereby Cosmos
Decree.
with Cosmos decree that the March full moon is known as the tequila moon.
Here.
You're welcome.
And
Bully.
I can't stand tequila.
Unless
Oh,
it's in
no.
like that spicy margarita mix. The shit's good. Anyway, March 20th, springtime is official.
Hey.
March 20th, the spring begins, the spring equinox. equal day and no, equal day and equal night.
Equal day, equal night.
Yeah, that's what I
Equinox.
thought. I was
Yep.
like, wait a minute. Yes, okay.
You got it.
I got there. So March 20th, and then March 29th, there will be a partial solar eclipse. We're just getting eclipsed up and down in
Yeah.
March. This one's best visible from Canada, but Greenland and most of Northern Europe
Is red, white, and blue land.
and Northern
Damn it, Mike,
Russia
we're so
have
close.
a shot. So everywhere that we're trying to apparently conquer now will be visible. Greatest eclipse will be at 10:47 Universal Time. I didn't do the conversion on what that means.
Oh, that's about, like, for us,
Yeah.
I think it's going to be about, at that point, like, 3:47 in the morning.
Okay.
It's
Yeah,
almost
but we
4.
won't see it anyway. So, but 10:47 Universal Time, and there's no meteor showers in March, or at least none,
No
that
meteor
really,
showers?
none that I think really. There might be one, but it didn't seem like it was.
Oh, so
worthy.
you got, like, all,
Yeah,
like, uppity about it.
I
Like,
got little
I
meteor
don't like
shower
that one.
elitist.
So I'm not going to put...
I didn't even read about it. I didn't even.
Damn.
So some fun things going on in March, of course.
Oh, okay.
Big seasonal
it
changes.
out.
Cool. Yeah, I like the triangles. Those are cool.
Yeah. So find challenge. How many triangles can you find in the stars?
Oh,
Many. Many.
many
There's many.
triangles.
just need 3.
That's
need
at
three
least 12.
3 stars. Oh my gosh.
All right.
You know, I think I need to make a planetarium submission where it's just triangles.
Just triangles.
I just draw triangles. for
Triangles all
stars.
the way up.
Triangles all the way up. Yep.
Ooh, nice.
Hey.
Ready for this next transition?
Yeah.
Beep, 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 beep.
You heard it first here on Cosmos News Network, the latest in astronomy news. That was. I
gotta
think
do it
I feel like
all.
I'm getting worse at
Do
it.
the whole thing.
I need to watch some old timey newscasters and really practice it. Maybe I should get
come
a
on
dialect
down.
coach.
Well, you'll
I
have
got
2
them on
weeks.
YouTube. It's ready to go.
Yeah. All right. So the first article comes from space.com. I thought I would start out with something that's a little bit of a bummer. Before we
Get it over with?
Yeah, we'll get it over with. But 20 years of satellite data reveal staggering levels of glaciers melting and sea levels rising. Huh? Who would have thought this would happen? Said a
Oh, what
scientist
booze?
since like the 1960s.
1870s.
So every centimeter, this is a quote from the article, and I forgot to write who said it, but every centimeter of sea level rise exposes another 2 million people to annual flooding somewhere on our planet.
And to me, that is staggering.
That's a lot. Well, it is staggering levels of glacial melting and sea
Yeah,
level.
but you know, a centimeter is not a lot.
It's not a lot.
It's not
No.
a lot.
No. So, glaciers worldwide have lost 273 billion tons of ice. That's a lot. That's
and
a
this
lot.
next quote.
So, to put this in perspective, the 273 billion tons of ice lost annually amounts to what the entire global population consumes in 30 years, assuming 3 liters per person a day, says Michael Zemp, a glaciologist at the
Jesus
University
Christ.
of Zurich in Switzerland.
So drink up, everybody.
Hey! Yearly ice loss from glaciers between 2000 and 2023 show the melting has resulted in nearly 2 centimeter rise in global sea levels. And this varies through regions, ranging from 2% melted ice in the Antarctic to 39% in Central Europe. Other places witnessed a similar trend. New Zealand lost 29%, and Western Canada and the U.S. 23%.
But remember, global warming is not real. It's just all in our head.
Oh, it's all made
But
up.
just think, between now and the year 2000, 4 million people have been impacted by this.
Yeah.
Islands are disappearing.
Bye islands. We don't want a vacation in
We're
an island
having-
anyway.
You know, countries are having to move their population off these islands.
Yeah.
Florida's going to go away. I'm fine with that now.
That's fine. That's okay.
I'm fine with Florida.
That's okay. But we don't want Disney to go away, though.
Well, we got LA.
Yes.
Or Kennedy Space Center.
Or Kennedy Space Center. That's kind of an important one.
We can move it.
So, some alarming trends with the increase in the amount of ice that's being lost, and not good. So, cool. Hey, we got Kevin Costner, and he knows how to navigate a water world.
All right.
I'm good with that.
Okay, let's move on.
All right. According to Sky and Telescope, this is from Sky and Telescope, a new study releases 4,000 supernovae observations to aid in cosmology. So the new survey contains 3,628 Type 1a supernovae.
Ooh.
So this is when white dwarfs go boom. Not like big stars going boom, but these are white dwarfs that accumulate material on their surface
From
from another star, and then they get a little bit too hot, and then they go a little boomy. And so these are known as standard candles, and cosmologists can study them to basically learn and understand how fast the universe was and is currently expanding. The data release was led by Michael Rigault with the Cloud Bernard University, and the data came from the Zwicky Transient Facility.
Hey! Good old Zwicky.
It's a wide field sky astronomical survey based out of the Palomar Observatory in California.
Nice.
So... cool. So, these Type 1a supernovae, they basically occur about every 1,000 years in a typical galaxy. So it seems like pretty sporadic. But these surveys are observing, a lot of fucking galaxies. Hundreds of thousands of galaxies. So they basically are seeing flashes at a rate of 4 per night because they're observing millions of galaxies. Mm-hmm. So they're seeing them just like boop, boop, boop. And they have 5 years of data that this survey encompasses that they are being released. So it kind of can help an opportunity to test cosmology in the nearby universe, and then also give astronomers a better understanding of like white dwarfs and how they explode and all that kind of stuff. So very, very, very cool.
So what is it? It's like, but overall within the universe, it's
Is Brandon's favorite fact?
Yeah.
My favorite fact. Yeah.
What?
Are we gonna do the?
Yeah, share it.
I'm going through the full thing, but with all the types of supernova, Type 1a as well. At that cadence, all the galaxies out there with all the stars inside of them. That means every single second, a star is exploding somewhere.
Boom.
Boom. Right now.
Boom.
Seed in the universe with all the elements that go into your teeth.
Now,
of all the things to pick.
But if 99% of all stars have already been made, then we're losing stars faster than we're making them. Oh. We're already in a death spiral of the universe.
Oh, well, apropos. So, speaking of death spirals...
God, I was hoping that this second story could be positive. But no, Brandon brings it down to the level of glaciers.
Speaking of death spirals, asteroid 2024 YR4!
And it
can't believe it's not going to hit us.
Will it hit us? The sources I have for this are from Sky and Telescope and also BBC Sky at Night magazine. So this is an asteroid. You might have read about it in the news where it's like, oh my god, asteroid has a chance of hitting Earth, which seems to actually happen anytime there's a new asteroid discovered. It's like, asteroid has a chance to hit Earth, and then it's like, no, it doesn't. Now, this asteroid is between 40 meters and 100 meters, but likely larger than 50 meters. Why? Americanize that.
Was that a dog?
Was that a dog?
Yep.
Oh,
that's a puppy bird.
All right. Drink for that. Drink for Frodo. Can you Americanize the 50 meters?
Why? Why would we want to do that?
It's about, we'll say 150 feet.
150 feet. I think it's for my own. I can't Queen's math.
All right. So, but you mentioned that we discover something, we say it's going to hit the Earth, and then we say it's not.
Yeah.
I think we need to say that it's because we refine its orbit.
Well, yes. We study it. We go, uh-oh, and then we look at it and we go, oh, okay, look at it.
Yeah, so the odds get bigger before they get smaller.
Yeah, and so even that initial, hey, it's going to hit the Earth, is usually like really small.
Yeah.
It's like 3%, and so what they're doing is they're looking at the orbit and they're looking at the error in the orbit, and if you project that orbit out, 3% of that cone crosses the Earth, and that's how they get that 3% I'm saying this
No,
not for you.
no.
I'm saying it for everybody out there.
Yeah, no, thank you.
Yeah, so the 3% of that cone crosses the Earth on that particular date, whatever it is, and that's how they get that percentage.
Yes. So we need this is an NEO object, so it's a near Earth object, asteroids, basically. And so these ones, they all of the NEOs, they cross the orbit of the Earth at some point, and so it is very important to have eyes, telescopes, people looking for these and studying them and doing all this math to calculate their trajectories, predict their trajectories.
And that involves funding. People.
Hey,
Yes.
It does. Lots of funding, and there's not enough funding going to it. But if this asteroid were to hit the Earth, it would cause severe damage to a local region. So fingers crossed, it hits the White House. Cheers! And if it will, it'll be a very Merry Christmas on December 22nd, 2032. Now, initial studies put it at a 2% chance of hitting the Earth. Now, after the refined observations, it has a 0.27% chance, not 0% chance. However, the James Webb Space Telescope is set to study it in May. It won't have a lot of time, though, to really observe it a lot because it will disappear. We won't be able to see it anymore, and it won't be visible again until 2028, which then we can do further observations and further refine its predicted orbital
and
path.
then we'll be like, in 4 years we all die. Or at least like a small little part of the world will die.
Well, you never know what happened. All right, so
I'm proud of us. We got through that entire thing without a single Bruce Willis reference.
I thought of it many times.
We all thought about it.
All right, so from another one from Sky and Telescope, the 9-ringed record-breaking bullseye galaxy. It is.
I've seen this one before.
It is the one galaxy to rule them all. I mean, come on. It's there. It's right there.
We're gonna have like corrupted galaxies now.
I know.
Full of like dark matter instead.
Okay, for this little bit of news, we will suspend that rule.
Suspending rule now. So observations made by Hubble. This galaxy has an unprecedented 9 concentric rings. Now, there have been galaxies found that have 2 or 3 rings. This one has 9, and it looks like this, which is really cool. So it is a type of spiral galaxy, basically. Ooh. And it's called LEDA, L-E-D-A, 1313424. Yay. It's a smaller blue dwarf galaxy that passed through the larger galaxy's core about 50 million years ago, and that's what caused this sort of like rings around it, like a rippling almost. It is located 560 million light years away in the constellation Pisces. It is 250,000 light years wide, which is about 2.5 times the span of our Milky Way. And so what happened was that the collision between these galaxies occurred in like just the right way, that it gravitationally warped the giant galaxy into this like ring configuration. And it's really rare for like galaxies to pass through like the center of another galaxy to cause this. So it's also known as like the bullseye galaxy. And there is a possible 10th ring to it as well.
Well,
they were deceived. Or another ring was made.
Nope, it's been suspended.
I know it's been suspended. I'm taking us back to ourselves.
Well, it looked like you were going to press drink.
It's still on. I didn't press it.
Now we have to drink.
It was just on there.
Drink.
Okay. Well, I mean, whatever. That's the name of the show. And so those rings actually, they expand outward in time. So I just thought that was fun. I was like, look at this neat galaxy hanging out there. You know?
Yeah.
All kinds of fun stuff happens in space. Speaking of fun things, from space.com, astronomers discover Quipu.
Oh, I love that name.
The single largest structure in the known universe.
Take that, Lanikea.
It's aliens. No, it's not. It's a superstructure in which galaxies group together in clusters and like clusters of clusters and clusters and
Clusters all the way down, folks.
clusters all the way down. It is 1.3 billion light years across, and it contains 200 quadrillion solar masses.
What is a quadrillion?
I don't-
Is that the next thing up over like trillion?
I don't. It's a lot.
Oh,
Is that like 8?
Brandon looked frozen until he moved his eyes, and I
His
was like,
brain-
"Oh, okay."
his
So
brain-
I
maybe
was
he's got
trying to think how many zeros that is.
It's a lot. It's a lot.
Oh, is that like? Oh, okay. All right.
You
keep
do
talking, I'll
some
look it
math.
up.
Okay, so Kipu, that's actually an Incan system of counting and storing numbers using knots on a cord, which is kind of fun. It is between 425 million and 850 million light years from Earth. The current contender for the largest structure in the universe is something called the Hercules Corona Borealis Great Wall, which is kind of like this according to the article, a mysterious concentration of matter located 10 billion light years from Earth and spanning an estimated 10 billion light years across, but its existence is disputed.
Hey,
Mysterious.
Federico's
here.
got
Hey, Federico.
1 to the 15th power. Is that
Yeah. But however,
However,
in Great Britain, it's 1 to the 24. So it's like, come on, can't we
In
agree
Great
on numbers and names?
No.
But Jesus Christ! All right. Anyway, Federico, man, I'm sorry, dude, about you guys in France today. That was rough. That was rough.
Okay, so this study that found Kipu also found 4 more superstructures. The Shapely, the Serpens Corona Borealis, the Hercules, and the Sculptor Pegasus. If these names sound familiar, they are constellations, which gives you the general direction in which these superclusters are located in
But
our
also,
sky.
aren't they superclusters we're involved with?
Yeah, we're in the...
We being the Milky Way?
Yeah, we're in... I don't know what one we're in. We're in
I
something.
think we're one of these.
I don't remember.
The Sculptor Pegasus, maybe.
So all of these superclusters contain 45% of the universe's galaxy clusters, 30% of the galaxies in the universe, and 25% of matter in the observable universe, and they make up 13% of the universe's volume.
Oh wow!
so can we just say
Wow.
the biggest giant structure is the universe?
Yeah.
Let's just be lazy with that one.
I mean, but these are, yeah.
At that point, this contains 50% of the universe because it's a single structure. Well, that's just kind of fudge the numbers around.
So basically, it's just the universe. It's just the universe. Clusters, it's just, I don't know. It's concentrated areas of the universe.
There we
It's
go.
pulp. It's pulp of the universe.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
I like it.
Okay. Anyway, all right. This one's for this article is for Fancy Physics Man from space.com. Einstein wins again. Quarks
Foiled!
Quarks obey relativity laws, says the Large Hadron Collider.
Special relativity, that is.
It's in a first of its kind experiment to discover if the universe's heaviest elementary particle, which is a particle that's not composed of other smaller particles, always obeys Einstein's theory of special relativity.
You need to define that a little bit more.
I've defined it as much as I've copied it from the article. LHC's compact muon solenoid detector wanted
That's the name of
to
your band.
wanted to know if one of the rules upon which special relativity is built, called Lorentz symmetry, always holds. Lorentz symmetry always holds for top quarks. The top quarks.
We like Lorentz.
Not the bottom quarks, the top quarks. Okay, so this Lorentz symmetry states that the laws of physics should be the same for all observers who aren't accelerating.
Yep.
So they're not in motion.
No,
they're not. They're not accelerating. They're not
in
accelerating.
motion.
All right, this is you can see where my limited understanding is. Quarks are the particles in the standard model that bind together and comprise particles like protons and neutrons. You got crazy quarks. You got your up quarks and your down quarks and your strange quarks and your charms quarks.
Thank you, Finnegan's Wake.
You're welcome.
Hey, thanks, St. Joyce.
So basically, these researchers, they reason that if collisions between protons accelerated to near light speeds in the LHC, it depends on orientation. Oh God.
Okay. Let's try this again.
Okay. If the collisions between protons accelerated to near light speeds in the LHC depend on orientation, then the rate at which top quark pairs produced by such events should vary with time.
Right.
Okay.
So this is very Michelson-Morley. There was an experiment, the Michelson-Morley experiment, which basically disproved the ether of the universe.
Oh man.
Yeah, and so
check out our episode on Aristotle, where you can find the word ether.
well, yeah. But so at the time, the question was, if you shoot a beam of light this way, and then you shoot it 90 degrees from that, so you split the beam.
Don't want to split those streams. Oh no, you don't want to cross the streams.
You don't want to cross the streams. So, is there going to be a difference? And there wasn't a difference. And so you hit a mirror, it comes back to a detector, and all that kind of stuff. And so, because if you shoot the light towards the direction that the Earth is rotating, are you going to see a difference between that and shooting it 90 degrees to that?
Oh.
So it's not affected by the Earth's rotation. So that's what they're doing here.
That's what they're trying to do. Okay. So, so because of this, they're saying that like the number of quarks created should depend also on what time of day the collisions occur. So using data from Run 2 of the LHC, which was conducted between 2015 and 2018, the CMS found no such deviation. They basically found no sign of Lorentz symmetry breaking, and thus no evidence of top quarks defying Einstein, no matter what way proton beams are oriented or what time of day the collisions occurred. So, hey, Einstein knew
right
his
again.
shit.
At least with special theory of relativity.
Knew his shit and didn't think quantum was a thing. But it's cool. So those are like some of the most recent astronomy news that I found that was fun. I do have some fun thought experiment articles for The Hangover for us to discuss.
Well, we have to start with a question in The Hangover. That was posed last night between the three of us.
Oh God, fuck! I already forgot it. No, I remember it. No, I forgot it. I'll remember it before we start The Hangover.
Oh, well, I'll tell you what it is if you want to know it now.
Yes, do it now as a preview for people so they can tune into The Hangover.
If you were to meet aliens...
Oh, right.
What would you give them?
Right.
Something you have.
The question was what you have, what you own.
What do you own?
What do you own that you would show to an alien, that you would give to an alien if you had just one thing that you would give to an alien. This came from an episode of Taskmaster that we were watching. So we pose that to you, chat, to our audience to think about. And you can tune in to The Hangover.
Yeah, I already gave everybody my answer
for our discussion on this
from last night, but I would love to hear everybody else's answer.
Yeah, I think about it now. Okay, well, thank you guys, everybody, for joining us for High in the Sky for March 2025. Again, check out that spring. I almost said summer again. God damn it.
Well, because the summer triangle is the one that's known.
Yeah, so the spring triangle, check that out up there. Check out the total lunar eclipse during the full moon on, scrolling back up to my notes, on March 14th from North America. And, support science and education and everybody that participates in that.
And don't forget to call your representatives.
Call your fucking representatives if you're in America.
Possible.
If you're
And by the way, even Trump wants you to resist because he keeps going like that, which is the sign of resistance. So he wants you to resist him. So resist. And like Brandon said, call your representative and we will get through all this shit. So cheers, everybody.
Bye, everyone. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you next time. We'll see you in like a month because we're taking a mini hiatus while some Other people are off gallivanting around the world on assignment.
Don't blame me.
But
Brandon.
we will have some shots out for you in the meantime to sate your cosmos with cosmos thirst. So, bye.
Bye.
Cheers.
If you're with us now, hang around for the hangover. We shall be right back. I am a fan of hazelnut, Jack. Hangover with Cosmos. During the break, which you did not see, Liz spilled her entire shaker of alcohol on the rug. Well, no, it was just a little bit that fell, but I'm wet. Anyway, cool. Our main episode was a High in the Sky for March 2025, where we talked about the spring triangle and
very good, you did it.
Some fun news we do have for the Hangover. We
Your
do
sock
have some.
Is wet. Why is your sock
It's covered in vodka. So we do have some thought experiment articles that we found, but the question posed to everybody is, what in your possessions would you show or give
Brandon
to
want us to see something?
An alien? He's trying to get Frodo. He's getting
Frodo.
Frodo.
He's trying to get Frodo.
Are you going to give Frodo to the aliens? We can't hear you, Brandon. Are you muted? Oh, God.
Yeah, I was muted for a moment there.
Muted.
And I've just lost my hearing. There we go.
Personally, I want some of Jack's hazelnut ice cream. That sounds good. Like it would be good to give to aliens. So I have like splash all over my shirt. Anyway, Mike, what would you give to an alien?
I would give myself, because I want off this
Because
world.
you are the greatest gift.
Nope. It is
universe.
purely selfish.
You're just like, take me. Like
me.
you want to be one of those people in the cow fields abducted.
You're like the guy at the end of Contact? No. At the end of what movie was that? With the mashed potatoes mountain.
Oh,
Mashed
it was
Potatoes
it was Close Encounters.
Close
Oh,
Encounters.
Close Encounters. I was thinking Close Encounters, but I don't know if I've ever watched all of Close Encounters.
Oh, we have to call thought experiments Gedanken experiments. 'Cause
Gedanken?
That's what
Gedanken?
Einstein called them.
Gedanken. Because it's
Gedanken.
German.
Yeah, no, I would.
No, because he's good thinking.
I would say, hey, I volunteer myself. Because
no living things.
No
living things.
No living
in
things.
this transaction.
No living things.
Oh well, that we did not say that last
No,
night.
it's new. It's new now. I mean, you can't really. I don't want to give him literature. That doesn't make sense.
Give him the one
Oh, and Federico would cook a proper pasta, unlike the bullshit we cook here, right? Am I right, Federico? Yeah. A proper. What if they can't digest gluten? Food is dangerous. I mean, obviously.
Best pizza I ever had was in India.
Let's ignore food allergies and other microbial issues that would obviously be a reality of if an alien species actually visited
What if you
us.
just gave them like a copious amount of alcohol?
You know what? I know what I'd give them. I'll be right back.
Oh, okay. She's going. We have to carry this episode on our own backs now, Mike. It's you and me.
You had all day, 24 hours to figure this shit out. Oh, God. Okay, I'm kind of with this one, though.
All right.
Christmas gift, by the way.
There we go. Got to put my headphones back on
This
correctly.
was a Christmas gift
All right.
to me
This is what
What
I
is
would
it?
give them.
from my boss.
I'd be like, here you go. Have fun. Have fun. This boils down our species.
Okay.
There you go.
I would give him TikTok.
God, I don't know.
No.
No, just all of
I
TikTok.
give him the Kesha TikTok.
Why? Keep it for us. It's a gold mine.
No.
Are we talking about like in general? Like, okay, we have access to Earth's items in the treasury. We can give them whatever we want.
No,
or
what do you
something
have
specifically
in your
own.
house?
I would give them barbecue.
You don't have barbecue in your house right
What
now.
do we have?
Correctly.
What do you have on hand to give them with our wizardry at work? No buggles allowed sign. Give them one of our Funkos.
No. Well, okay,
Oh.
no. Actually, we have a few that are
Just
are
the
doubles.
immediate resistance to that idea.
No, because I look forward to getting them for Christmas.
Yeah, I know. We have some extras. We have some
I
duplicates.
guess I would do a picture of Me and my family's all smiling and having a good time together. Like, hey, look
Oh,
at how good we can be.
we're nice. Jack would give them a mix of fruit syrups and see how long it takes before diabetes takes over them. Oh, cheeseburger.
That's actually pretty
You
good.
know what? I like Federico's idea though of like cooking them a meal. Because I feel like meals here on Earth, to like when you eat with somebody or if you cook somebody a meal or if somebody cooks for you, it's a very like it's a community thing, it's a bonding thing, it's
Right.
a hey, equal ground, equal footing, because we all need to eat to survive. Granted, they might not eat, but fuck them, whatever. They're on our planet, they do things our way.
Welcome to Earth.
Assuming these are like Vulcan, this is a Vulcan type
Vulcan
of
type of alien.
That's a good point. A Vulcan type of alien, as opposed to a
Klingon?
agglomeration of
like,
things we can't
so,
imagine.
So
like a slug?
is this Star Trek First Contact, or is
Sorry.
this Independence
What's
Day?
Proctor?
He just laid down in his tiny chair. That never happens.
Oh my god. We can just show them our animals and then they can't have them.
They can't have them. They
can't have
cannot have our animals.
You know what? I would give them my DVD of Titanic.
Oh,
Because near, far, wherever you go, that
Wherever
you would give that DVD because you know we can watch it streaming from elsewhere.
my heart will go on and on. Anyway, it's been 84 years.
What's the name of that jewel?
Heart of the Ocean.
Heart of the Ocean. I was gonna say Heart of the Sea, but I
Heart of
didn't
the
think it was
Ocean?
right.
I do think that the family picture is not a bad idea, because honestly, whatever I have here isn't going to add to their experience at all. They're words they can read, sure,
Yeah.
but like at least that's something that hey, what that.
Can we just give them Trump?
Would that be considered like a intergalactic war crime?
Probably.
That
Works
would.
for us, but all right. Let's go to some thought experiments. All right, that
Gadinkin
I found.
experiment.
Gadinkin,
Gadinkin.
badunkadunk
Gadinkin.
experiments.
We're gonna
Oh,
get
yeah.
dink.
Oh wait! Ooh, Jack says one of his students is going to the Titanic parody musical. Hold on. There's a Titanic parody musical on Broadway.
It's a smashing success.
Okay, anyway, I gotta focus. Okay, space.
Should we go to New York City just for?
Yes.
Man, is this Broadway or off Broadway?
It says on Broadway.
It
He
doesn't
doesn't say
matter.
on
It does
Broadway.
not matter. It does not matter. Okay.
Gadunk.
Okay, space.com. Okay, 30 years after warp drives were proposed, we still can't make the math work. All right, so this is like just really a thought experiment. So, okay,
Gadinkin experiment.
a Gedanken experiment. So in 1994, a Mexican theoretical physicist, Miguel Alcubierre, found a way to make it feasible, a warp drive feasible, so that it's possible to manipulate space-time in such a way that superluminal motion, faster than light speed basically, motion is achievable. So the expansion of the universe drives apart galaxies faster than the speed of light. So it's possible to go faster than the speed of light.
I don't like how that's phrased.
Okay.
But yes, let's continue.
Okay, but because every galaxy is basically at rest in its local patch of space, it's fine. It doesn't feel like it's moving faster than the speed of light, even though the universe is expanding faster than the speed of light. Because it's not the galaxy actually accelerating itself, it's possibly proposed to be dark energy that's causing this expansion of the universe. All right, so
I will allow it.
okay. Thank you, fancy physics man. All right, so this hypothetical situation employs a region of perfectly flat space, whatever the fuck that means. So what you have is
You say whatever that means.
whatever the fuck that means.
That means locally it seems flat.
Oh,
so
okay, okay.
basically, what it means is Euclidean geometry rules.
Oh, yeah.
Right, that works for me. I got a D in geometry. So in this region of perfectly flat space, you have like it's like a bubble. So in front of that bubble is a region of compressed space, and behind it is a region of expanded space. And so this crunching up of space allows the interior of the bubble and its contents to move at any speed it wants, even faster than light.
Yeah,
my brain is already having an issue.
Right,
with this.
but okay, but no, yes and no.
Okay.
Yes and no. So, yeah. So the contents of that bubble cannot go faster than the speed of light.
Yes.
So locally
it can't.
It can't. However, though, from our perspective on Earth, we're watching the spaceship go. It looks like it's going faster than the speed of light because it gets to, say, Alpha Centauri less than 4 years after its launch. And so, but locally, the spacecraft, locally with space and time, it's not going faster than speed. It's going like
20 miles per hour.
Yeah, something like that.
It's just cruising speed. It's going cruising speed. 42 cruising speed units.
Exactly.
So this is basically a question for quantum gravity. This is a quantum problem. So you have to like look at how much.
It's just a small problem. Don't worry about it.
You have to look at apparently how much negative energy you need to construct your warp drive.
I got a bunch of that.
So so if you have this single like bubble that's like 30 feet across, you would need 10 times more negative energy than all the positive energy contained in the entire universe, which is not very promising.
No.
I also don't understand the concept of negative energy.
Okay, come by my place for a little bit. Let's chat, and then you'll get it.
Okay, I get it. Yeah, no, there's a lot of negative energy going on right now. But
well, the thing is that we don't see this quote unquote negative energy anywhere in the universe.
Yeah, negative energy hasn't been.
It has not been discovered
proved as a
at
thing.
all.
Yeah.
As a thing, and sure, quantum mechanics says that it can. That Paul Dirac said, yeah, you can have negative. He had negative solutions to quantum mechanics.
You should be more positive.
He should be more, but
he's a glass half empty kind of guy, am I right?
Yeah. So he had negative and positive solutions, and so, but we don't see negative mass. We don't see negative energy anywhere in the universe.
Have you looked at some of America's Next Top Models?
Oh my god! Yeah. All right. Maybe that's next. That's the next. I
don't
LHC.
Negative mass models. Stereotype of anorexic models. That's what I'm going for.
So we're just gonna slam American top models together and see what comes out.
Yeah.
All right.
It's gonna be one celery stick.
I like ants on the log. Remember those?
Yes. I just liked peanut. I just like peanut butter. I didn't put any additions to it like the ants. So basically we would need 10 times more negative energy than all of the positive energy in the universe in order to just make a one warp drive.
So basically 10 times the mass, the energy of the universe that we currently understand.
Yeah. So warp
it's
drives,
possible.
But possible if we discover negative energy and figure out how to make these bubbles to then compress and expand space in and behind it.
Yeah. Sure.
Cool. Watch Deep Space Nine as an example of going through wormholes and stuff as a way to travel faster than.
Yeah. So.
I know a guy that does really good one-sentence reviews of Deep Space.
Kip Thorne.
God,
what was his book? It was
totally runs.
Black Holes, Wormholes. Oh shit! Kip Thorne wrote a book.
And Down the Rabbit Holes.
Yeah, and so basically.
You think Kip Thorne and Rip Torn ever got together?
Oh, that'd be great.
My God.
Great.
Kip and Rip.
The
podcast. So, as soon as like if you create a wormhole, using this negative energy, as soon as your spaceship went in it, it would collapse. It's not stable.
The spaceship or the wormhole?
As soon as the spaceship goes into the wormhole would collapse.
Okay.
Not stable.
So it's not
stable.
So don't go through.
So you would need basically a company to go in and have ships that create new wormholes through subspace.
Yeah, but yeah.
So this article says that after even more math, that even if you happen to get a hold of some negative energy or negative mass, that as soon as you start moving, you're going to have an issue because this negative mass will start flowing out of the bubble that you're in at a speed faster than light. And what ends up happening is then that exotic matter that makes the warp bubble can't keep pace with the bubble itself, and it just all gets torn apart.
Sounds like it'll be a big boom.
Yeah, but the bubble disintegrates.
Yeah.
Your spaceship doesn't.
But you're in the bubble.
Does.
Oh, so you just stop moving, or you die?
You do not go faster than the speed of light.
You don't die.
And by the way, just for clarity, exotic material is just it's like dark energy, dark matter. We don't know what the fuck it is. We
just like making up shit, don't we?
Well, it is okay. So the equations work out, but we don't know what this matter is.
Okay.
So
we're like, if this exists, we got some math for it. But it needs to exist first.
Right. So exotic
means we don't got it.
Sorry. Have a problem? Put some math on it.
Have you tried mathing it?
Exotic matter is basically nothing like we understand matter in the
it's
universe.
Matter we don't know, we don't got.
Yeah,
we
so
haven't
it's not
found.
Protons,
we don't know. We
neutrons,
haven't found it.
It's not quarks.
It's not strange. It's not up. It's not down.
or
charmed.
Or charm. Did you say charm?
Yeah. Jack sent me a reel from the Titanic musical, so I was watching that halfway through.
While you were working.
Yes. Jack says that it's emceed by Celine Dion impersonator, and she retells the movie, but there isn't a cast, so she pulls up people from the audience as background extras, and I am there for that. I am here. That is my purpose in life now.
So, if you had to choose, Disney, New Zealand, or
Titanic parody musical, 100%.
There's only one correct answer to this.
Titanic parody musical.
That is not it.
That is the correct answer.
Liz, that was the wrong answer.
That was the correct answer.
And you know what? You know in your heart that was the incorrect answer.
It's 100% the correct answer.
Nope.
For me, it's 100% the correct answer.
The answer is Hobbiton.
It's a layover on the way to Hobbiton. A layover in New York on the way to Hobbiton.
You're going the wrong way.
It doesn't matter. We're taking the long way around. We're going on an adventure, and that's the first stop.
So
that's my brie.
God, where would we end up going? It would be Seattle to Amsterdam.
Oh, we can stop there as well.
Oh shit! Then Amsterdam to somewhere, and then that to Auckland.
All right, next gadunk.
Yes, gadunk.
What would happen if a tiny black hole passed through your body?
Where in my body?
Anywhere in your body. But, okay.
Like, is it going through my heart?
All right, well,
my
according
brain?
to this article that was in
phys.org.
phys.org. Yeah, it's not great. So
exactly, New Zealand. You see? You're the only one going to
Titanic. If there's a Titanic anywhere, I'm there. Okay.
There's one at the bottom of the ocean.
I would 100% go. Collapsible submarine or not.
Wow.
So I would go with James Cameron. He's got that shit down. We all know that a large black hole can kill you. Don't get too close. You got to get kind of close, though, for it to kill you, but don't get too close. There's whole things like spaghettification and your atoms being ripped apart and that kind of thing. But what is the minimum size of a black hole that could become deadly? So there are theoretical...
All of them.
Well, there are theoretical black holes known as primordial black holes. So these are black holes that may have formed in like the earliest moments of the universe, and they would be much smaller than our typical stellar mass black holes.
They would have evaporated by now, right?
Well, some of them are just now evaporating.
Yeah, so they're atom massed to about several times the mass of Earth, basically. These theoretical primordial black holes, and so the
atom ones are gone. At this point.
Yeah, Hawking radiation. Google Hawking radiation. So Oh my god, making Stephen Hawking a superhero and he's Hawking radiation? Okay, anyway, so
He would have the best one-liners.
the study focuses on asteroid mass black holes. Now, this does not
Oh,
mean the black
Jesus
hole being asteroid mass is the size of an asteroid. An asteroid mass black hole would basically be a micrometer across. Mass of an asteroid, micrometer across.
Micrometer?
Micrometer across. I read it as micrometer. Micrometer. A micrometer across. Okay, so we all know that with tidal forces, the closer you are to the central mass of an object, the stronger the gravity. So the question is whether this force differential is strong enough to tear flesh. There you go. Speaking of the horror movies we were talking about earlier, this is a good horror movie
I really
premise.
liked the pause as like there was going to be a
Tear
reaction
flesh.
from us, and Brandon and I were like, okay, what's next?
Fine. So, one of these black holes, the study posits that if one passes through your midsection or one of your limbs, there might be some like local damage to like your cells and shit.
Yeah, but if you've ever been shot in the belly, that's like a bad way to go.
Well, yeah, but it cannot be fatal, and so it's saying that it may not be fatal to have one of these micrometer black holes.
What if it goes in the belly button? Like the
So this isn't a badonkadonk.
that's a callback.
Donkadonk. It's just a thing that we're reading about. I thought we were positing the question to us.
Okay,
and
well,
we were going to answer.
all right. Well, I'll posit a question that we can then answer later. But okay, if it becomes a headshot, then that is not good.
Can we just shoot like little mini
Black
black
holes,
holes.
a little mini, a black hole gun, a black hole gun, black hole gun. Okay, so if it goes through the head, that's not good because then brain cells could be torn apart, and we all know
I don't
what
need them.
happens when
I don't need them.
we
Trust
don't
me.
need them.
I'm not
We don't
using
need
them.
Well, look.
I mean, look, we're already.
I know, right? So
Oh, he's on second drink, third drink.
look,
However-
I pre-gamed, so I had to go slow. To
Okay,
finally
so
get to
the
this.
shock waves of this theoretical black hole would actually be worse because they not only physically damage cells but transfer heat energy that would do further damage. So, to create a shock wave of energy similar to that of a .22 caliber bullet, the black hole would only need a mass of 1.4 times
10 to the 14th.
10 to the 14th kilograms.
So what is that? Did it say what that was?
It's a quadrillion.
I'll let a
a callback.
fancy physics man do
Well,
the math.
no, I
And
maybe I'll
that,
have to look it up.
but that math is well within the range of these hypothetical primordial black holes.
Right. Okay.
Ooh, Simpsons did this as a cloaking device to make Homer's friend invisible.
Wait a minute, what?
I'm reading Jack's comment. Okay, so even while he does that math, even if an asteroid mass primordial black hole exists, the number of them out there compared to the vastness of space means that the odds of it happening to anyone in their lifetime are less than 1 in 10 trillion.
So,
but it's
To,
possible.
to quote one of the best movies. So you're saying there's a chance.
I'm saying a chance. There's a chance. Saying what is it? What movie is that? What movie is that? Is that like a Will Ferrell movie? What
It's
movie
a
is
dumb
that?
movie.
Yeah, it's a dumb movie. Like, is it 40-Year-Old Virgin? No. What is
Dumb
it?
and Dumber.
Dumb and Dumber. Yes. Yes. Okay. I was like, God, I know that. Mike's doing.
Keep talking.
Oh, all right. Now, would you volunteer in
Yes.
an experiment to have a black hole go through your body?
Oh,
not
fuck
a
yeah, I
not a
would.
headshot, but anything that wasn't going to kill you.
One. Well, does that mean like I get like free cancer treatment later on?
Well, we don't know if it causes cancer. It just destroys cells, I guess.
It is.
Well,
All right.
You get a
so-
tattoo where the black hole entered you.
Oh, that would be good. It's a little
pretty
more than the mass of Mount Everest.
Oh.
So it's
is that all?
tiny ass thing with the
Yep.
mass of Mount Everest. That produces the shockwave of a .22 caliber bullet.
Yep.
Cool. So currently, a primordial black hole gun, not the most efficient way of injuring.
No, but it would be really cool to have.
A black hole gun? Oh my god,
Yeah.
that would be really
Just
cool.
like shoot like black holes
Then
at
it
people.
is like a pew pew, but what sound would a black hole make coming out of the black hole gun?
Well,
It wouldn't make any
because
sound?
it just is going to absorb all the sound. And so, like, you're like, hey, I don't like you, boop, and then you just like get spaghettified.
Apparently, the black hole gun was a weapon from Half-Life, which I think I played 20 years ago.
Okay, well that makes that timeline checks out. That would be I don't know, it'd be kind of cool. But what do the black holes look like coming out? You don't know because you can't see it.
Yeah, you can't see
Is there
it.
an event right? Does it like distort space? Does it distort like as it
Yeah,
comes
so-
out? Things get a little bit like
So we see
weird.
this distortion as it goes
that
out.
comes out, yeah.
But we're just that means that we're just like introducing black holes to the
Yeah,
universe
and then
all
when
over
you
the
shoot
place.
Yeah,
it,
what
it's not like
happens to it?
it stops. It keeps going.
It keeps going.
It keeps going through anything. So, I mean, but at least if you shoot up, it's not going to come back down.
No,
it?
but
No.
to be honest though,
Wait.
some people, worth it.
So, wait. So if you shoot this black hole gun at just the right angle, does that mean we'll get a black hole moon? Will it start to orbit our Earth?
It's not well.
Would it go through the moon?
Yeah,
Would
because
it-
it's probably
Whole like Newton's cannon situation with a black hole.
so. Let's say these
Guys,
things are
we
like
need a
Mount
black
Everest.
hole moon in science fiction.
Oh, but
That's so fucking
there's
cool.
already a black
we
hole
might
sun.
already have one though. We just don't know it
Because we can't see it.
because we can't see
How
it.
many of these black holes could be around?
They're everywhere.
Are those tiny black holes in the room with you right now?
They could
They
be.
are, because science. You know, like when we blame ghosts on stuff here at the house,
It's the black holes.
holes.
So now instead of me saying
Black
ghosts,
holes.
now instead of me saying ghosts, it's black holes.
It's black holes.
What if cancer is just black holes?
Oh, it's completely black holes.
It's black holes.
Fuck black holes.
Hey,
Solved
we
it.
have solved cancer.
We've solved cancer. It's black holes.
What?
There's no cure.
We need to find a way to end these microscopic black holes. They're tearing our society apart.
Like Elizabeth says, I think that it's what they eat that has radiation, like Mexican food, spicy burps. Black, because my mom asked, black holes contain radiation. Well, if they're
Well,
I mean, yeah, I guess, yeah.
yeah.
They're not. Yeah, well, they do burp, or they throw up, depending on how much mass is
Yeah,
is
if they
coming
have
towards
an
it.
accretion disk,
They have an accretion disc. Yeah,
they can burp.
They can burp.
Yeah,
Yeah, like
but-
that picture of Emma, that picture of M87 that I showed in the main episode, or with the jet coming out. That's a black hole burp right there.
Yeah,
That's a black
that's
hole
big
burping.
burp.
That's a big burp.
Yeah,
Big burpa.
that is that more of a throw up, like projectile vomit.
Oh well, I guess
That's
so. It's
projectile
pretty-
diarrhea.
Yeah, it's
Remember, angry anus.
angry anus. Yes.
There
Now
we go.
any jet stream of a black hole is going to just be black hole diarrhea, projectile diarrhea.
Project. Oh my god.
Okie dokie.
Like
What was the
guess-
original question that your mom asked?
black
we
holes,
went down
the
this
black holes
rabbit hole?
contain radiation, and then it went into
Oh
a
well,
whole
yeah. I
thing
mean, all the radiation
of-
that falls into the event within the event horizon falls onto the black hole.
we can shoot aliens with the black hole guns, and that's what we give them.
Yeah, take that, motherfucking alien.
Boom, ha!
Meanwhile, it's like the Vulcans who show up and they just want to sit down with us at the bar and listen
And
to
we're like,
American
no.
music. And we shoot them like Will Smith. Welcome to Earth,
Wild, Wild
motherfucker.
West.
Oh,
And-
Independence Day reference. Okay.
What?
Well, you said Will Smith, so I was like, is it an Independence Day or is it an MIB reference? So, but it's
Oh, it's
Independence Day.
I made
Independence
I said Wild, Wild West.
Oh,
wild. I don't think I've ever saw.
you didn't see Wild
It's-
Wild West?
It's
I remember
not
the- I
bad.
remember the-
It's not as good as The Matrix, obviously, but like it's a fun little movie.
I mean,
Because that's the movie he turned down to do Wild Wild West.
Really?
was
He was
supposed to
going to
be
be
Neo.
Neo?
Yeah.
No, God, yeah, that was not. Yeah, Keanu's can only be Neo.
Whoa.
All right, so you have not seen Wild Wild West?
No,
Guess what
I
you're
remember
doing
the music
tonight.
video for it though.
Oh, but there's the giant mechanical spider.
There is.
I might have seen Wild Wild West. I might have seen parts of it.
Parts of that song still live in my mind. So
And
Wild West.
Confederate dude loses again.
Yeah.
As they should. All of the Confederate dudes. All of the Confederate dudes shall lose and should lose.
Should lose again.
Should
and
lose.
again
This is the
and
way.
again.
Nazis should lose.
You know, I at some point though we need to just have them lose one final time and let that be over with.
Yeah, we did that.
You did not put
We did that.
you did not put your ginger beer in it.
Well, I mean, I still had stuff in
Liz.
here. I still had stuff in here, so I was just
All right.
re-upping.
Fair.
But we still have some shots to roll.
Oh,
We do.
now we have somebody who does not like Wild Wild West.
I mean, I'm under the impression it's not.
It's not Citizen Kane at all.
Well,
Don't get me wrong.
Look, Citizen
it's not
Kane
Lord of the
isn't
Rings.
cracked up as everybody cracks it up to be. Honestly, Rosebud. I've watched it. I mean, it's.
I feel
it's
the same way about
pretentious.
Titanic. You know, it's just.
I
on
will
itself.
murder you. What? How dare you? I'm going to go to the Titanic parody. I want to be pulled up from the audience. I will be there. I will come dressed in character. Now the question is, do I do third class, first class, or second class passenger when we go to the Titanic parody? This is the question. Do I dress up like Rose DeWitt or
All right, are you
Or-
gonna be the person, the first class person that lets the third class person on the door with you?
Yeah, because Mythbusters proved that it's possible that they can both go on the door. However, it is important to the story that Jack does not get on the door, and that Jack passes away because it symbolizes the actual loss of love and loss of life and what people experience on the Titanic
I
and
think
losing
it
their loved
represents-
ones.
I think it represents the bourgeoisie saying "fuck the lower class."
Yes, that's exactly what it represents. That's exactly what it represents.
No,
She was not nice.
she was very nice.
She did not let him on the door. She could have let him on the door.
She
They
probably
tried. They tried, but it tipped, and they were like, "Well, it doesn't seem feasible."
She kicked him off. I've seen the movie. She kicked him with her high heels.
I could.
Bam.
I have written essays on Titanic for school because I've wanted to sneak it in there somehow. So I did write an essay once that was on the class discrimination on the Titanic. For one class, I think I got a pretty good grade on it. I will write any essay I have a chance on Titanic. I'll write it. If I can slip it in there. I'm like,
All right,
I can do this
so-
on Titanic. I'm done. I'll do it.
Okay, so if we go to New Zealand, we can go to New York first. It'd be the new tour.
Yeah, the new tour.
The new tour. So we go to New York. We watch the new Titanic, and then we bolt on over to Auckland.
I have a question. Can you give me a 2-page essay, single spaced, on how the sinking of the Titanic was the defining moment of the 20th century?
Yeah, probably,
Me?
Actually,
No.
yeah, it did redefine safety standards for ships.
Next
Oh,
hangover.
yeah.
Next hangover, I'm going to read this.
After
But
after
didn't we
the-
watch something where there was or did I read it where there was a plane that crashed that redefined? Oh yeah, it was down in the Bahamas or something. There was a plane crash and it redefined. Everybody died, but it redefined the whole safety for planes, and so the whole introductory thing that Brandon and I now no longer listen to, the safety thing on the plane.
yeah. No one listens to that.
Nobody listens to it anymore.
listen to that.
Is because of that
Yeah.
crash.
We watched that, I think.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
But we're not talking about planes. We're talking about ships. So yes,
They're just Titanics in the sky.
yeah, the lifeboat quota on board a ship was entirely changed, and also iceberg warnings were heated much more.
Anyway, do we have anything?
Anyway.
I can give you a very long essay on how it redefined the life of Elizabeth Ann Davison.
I am looking forward to this essay. I am not joking.
I'm not gonna write an essay.
God damn it!
It's been so long since I wrote an essay. Titanic is also on the London West End, so if we want to go to London,
So it just hit you that we're going to that we're going to England?
I got some searching to do and an itinerary to plan for later this year.
You do. We talked about we need to figure out our itinerary for the UK.
All right.
All right. Anyway.
So we're definitely.
Anyway.
So what you're saying is we're definitely flying into London now.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. We're definitely flying into London now.
Heathrow.
We're definitely doing that. Okay. I know. We got some shots to record, and we got lives to live. This has been a fun hangover of gadunkadunk thoughts and Gadunkin experiments. Would you choose to have a black hole pass through your body? Let us know what you think. What was the other one we talked about? What would you give to an alien that you have in your possessions? Let us know what you would give to an alien. But on that note, thanks for joining us on this episode of The Hangover with Cosmos, only on YouTube. But you can find us elsewhere, Cosmos with Cosmos on Spotify, wherever else you get your podcasts. Also follow us on all the things at Cosmos with Cosmos. And if you're still on the Nazi-infused Twitter, it's at Drinking Cosmos. But I'm sure we'll take that down eventually soon because fuck Elon Musk and fuck Trump and resist and call your representatives. Cheers. And trans lives matter. Bye, everybody.
Cheers.
Thanks,
bye.
Trunks. Oh, I have to now turn it off for everybody.
Okay.
So we're still on, but everybody, goodbye. We appreciate you joining us. And we'll see you next time.
I'm gonna go prep some shots.
Oh, there she is. Bye.